So I met Peter Obi yesterday and I made a shocking discovery, and I felt like sharing with you today on the eccentric side. And if you'd like to find out what that is, till to the end, because I promise you, you will be shocked like me. Fearless. Hello and greetings from the eccentric side. My name is Uche and I welcome you to the eccentric side. If you are new here, thanks for joining. Please ensure you subscribe before you go. And if you're a returning subscriber, thanks for coming back. Ensure you like and drop your comments in the comment section below if my hypothesis is correct or wrong. So yesterday I attended a town hall meeting organized by some good Nigerian youths, and the aim was for Peter Obi to come and sit with the youth and discuss and probably convince us why he is the man for the job in 2023. And I mentioned a few things because a lot of questions were thrown, but I decided to focus on three. One is thought on education, two is thought on corruption, three is thought on agriculture, and the little something that made me discover who this man really is. Now, on education, he was asked how does he intend to better and improve education, and his opinion was, in summary, throw more money at education and everything will be fine. Weird, right? What exactly he said was that he will be increasing the budgetary allocation for education, and he obviously threw out a few statistics as he normally do, and then the statistics were there. I liked it, but it could be quite confusing and annoying sometimes. But then he threw out the statistics and told us why a country that does not allocate enough money to education cannot expect its education to improve, and that was his first solution to education. And two, he spoke about the way contracts in education work. He was like, when he was a governor in Anambra State, he did something which was remove the middlemen from contract allocation. So instead of going through third parties to put in money into the school system, why not deal directly with the school administrators, and if anything goes wrong, you hold them responsible. Say try it in Anambra State and it's worked, so he would like to try it nationally and hopefully that will work. I was like, okay, I see how this could work, and I believe that was a good answer. Now we move to corruption. So we spoke about corruption. So corruption is linked to poverty alleviation. So it was asked about how we're going to deal with corruption, and it was like, okay, the reason why there is corruption, insecurity is because people are poor. So he said the way we'll tackle it is improve jobs, create jobs, and then the youth that are engaged in corrupt practices, the youth that are engaged in insecurity and banditry would turn a new leaf. I felt a bit skeptical though, because not everybody are into corrupt practices and criminal activities because they are poor and they don't have jobs. I mean that deep down there are still more people out there that from their blood, it's not a matter of whether or not they have all the money in the world, they are still going to commit their criminal activities and remain corrupt. So I felt this one was not really making sense for me. Now we move on to agriculture, and in the space of agriculture, a farmer asked him how does he intend to tackle the issue of agriculture. So the person gave him three aspects: that is he trying to provide food, is he trying to increase income, or is he trying to focus on what the third one is. But he said he wanted to tackle the three aspects of agriculture. And the person tried to further put him in a corner. I was like, okay, you can't tackle one without the other, because the way, for example, if you're trying to create more food on the tables of Nigerians, it may or may not affect the income source of the farmers, and it may or may not affect the third form, which I cannot remember for now, quite frankly. But he once again brought out his wisdom and said, okay, he believes that he's just learning and he would see how to do it, but his eventual goal is to still achieve the three forms of solving the issue of agriculture. Now, I know I said I was going to give you three aspects. Now we are the fourth one, which was cryptocurrency. I think president of Blockchain Association of Nigeria was also at this town hall meeting, and Obi was asked how we're going to tackle cryptocurrency and blockchain and how we're going to make it more acceptable to Nigerians. And this was where the wisdom of Peter began to come into play. This was where I saw the psychology and wisdom of this man. What did he say? He said he does not know anything, he does not really know about it, and he's ready to learn. So he said I was going to discuss further with the blockchain community and see how they can come to a middle ground where he's properly educated and sees how blockchain and cryptocurrency and the IT space can assist the economy of the country. With this alone, the PDP candidate Atiku, the APC candidate Tinubu, and others have not really embraced the blockchain community. So it means that with this one sentence of exchanging contacts with these guys and showing that he's willing to learn, on paper, he has the support of tech bros. So he has not campaigned, but these people have he has appealed to the soft spot of this people, because the tech community is a very tight-knit community, so they support one another. So if you are showing that you are willing to give them a listening ear, it's like you are appealing to their soft spot. So without appealing for votes, Peter Obi has embraced the tech community and made them feel like this man will give them a listening ear. So that aspect, he has been able to grasp them, and they may or may not just give him his votes. Now, he was also asked a few other questions that I won't be going on to now. But one thing I noticed, I think I discovered something shocking about him. One thing I noticed about Peter Obi is this: he knows how to play to the psyche of people he's talking to. So all throughout my stay there, I was there for over 2 hours of him talking non-stop. One thing I noticed was he never actually said people should vote for him. Others were the ones that were saying they should vote for him. We never heard from his mouth that he was telling us to vote. Like, we never heard the actual words. But one thing this man kept on doing throughout his speech was making us feel like if we do not vote for him, we are committing a great disservice to the country Nigeria. How do I mean? Now, he kept on showing that he is humble, he is different from the other guys, because at the beginning of the town hall meeting, they offered him a chair, he refused to sit. He decided to stand throughout and was like, okay, he is here to get a job. So when you want to get a job, you, the interviewee, stands while the interviewer sits. So we, the youths, are the interviewers. And I was like, okay, I get what you are doing. It's a different strategy, but it does not take away the fact that it is strategy nonetheless. Now, at the end of the program, I'm a person with disability, I'm visually impaired, obviously, and we were invited and we were assured that we'll be given adequate consideration. So I was there, and a few other of my guys were there. So during the program, when it was time for the question and answer, I think that was over 2 hours into the program, one of us went up, and Tommy Waziri, hey Tommy, went up and expressed his displeasure that even though we are assured that that we are going to be given consideration, we were not acknowledged all throughout the event. And then first the MC came back and apologized, and then Peter Obi did his normal thing of appealing to the conscience of people without telling them to vote, but making them feel like this man should be the person. What did he do? Peter Obi left the podium and came to our midst and personally apologized. It satisfied my cravings of, yes, the whole Peter Obi came in front of me, I was apologizing. But then after I was done, I was like, this guy just used me to play politics, because a lot of cameras were capturing it. People were feeling touched that he could apologize, well, quote unquote, to the lowest of the low. I'm not saying I'm part of the lowest of the low, but you get the point I'm trying to make. So people were having that feeling that yes, this man is not proud, he's very humble. So why not vote for him? So again, he did not say vote for me, but he psychologically appealed to people there, making them feel like yes, we actually need to vote for him. So here's what I discovered. Peter Obi, I won't say it's real or it's not real. Everybody plays a strategy. The end goal is to become the president of Nigeria. Yes, he might tell us that he's trying to give Nigeria back to the youth. Let's not talk about the fact that he's actually 60. But anyway, he said he wants to give Nigeria back to the youth. So if that is what he's saying, I believe that deep down, the fact still remains. Peter Obi wants to be president, and if you want to be president, you have to have strategies. And I believe that Peter Obi's strategy is to appeal to the conscience of members. He won't use money like those in the APC. He won't try to make himself look like the savior of the world like those in the PDP. But he has decided to appeal to the conscience and psyche of people. So he won't tell you to vote for me, but all he will do is make you feel like if you do not vote for him, you are betraying a certain movement, and that is Peter Obi's tactics in winning the 2023 election. If this makes sense to you, if you disagree, if you agree, let me know your comments in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Eccentric Side Plus. This should be the last video you would see from this phase in the year 2022. So I thank you for staying with us throughout the year 2022, and we as in me, because I'm the only one remaining on the eccentric side. So we from the eccentric side wish to see you bigger and stronger in the year 2023, and we promise to dish out more quality and interesting content in the year 2023. So see you next year. Happy New Year, and wishing you the best of 2023 too. 2023, when I see you again, from me to you is stay eccentric.